Friends and viewers, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Diligent Coaching Seminary. This is an academic YouTube channel in which I upload different tutorial videos of the courses of schools and college levels. And today once again I have come here with a new video. And before to start my tutorial of today, I want to request all the viewers, please kindly subscribe my channels and press the bell icon such that whenever I bring new tutorial videos to you, then you will get the notification. And also I want to request all the viewers to like and share my videos such that I will get the encouragement to bring new tutorials for you. And if you want the coaching on the particular chapters of the particular subject of the particular class, then I want to request to you to mention that in the comment such that I can see that and bring the required coaching to you. So now I want to start my today's lecture. Today I am going to give you the lecture in the subject science of class 10. And in class 10 science I have been giving you the lecture in the chapter force, and I have already published 5 tutorials of the chapter force of class 10 science book, and today I have come with the 6th part of the chapter. And so let's continue the 6th part of the 4th chapter of class 10 science book. And in this chapter we have studied detailedly about the gravitational force, force of gravity, acceleration due to gravity, and several topics. And today I am going to explain detailedly about the acceleration due to gravity. First of all, I have already derived you the formula of the acceleration due to gravity, and I have explained detailedly about the factors affecting the acceleration due to gravity of any heavenly body. Now today let's see some important facts about the acceleration due to gravity. First of all, you have to know the value of the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth is 9.8 meter per second square. It is the average value of the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the earth. It is 9.8 meter per second square. And value of the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the moon is 1.66 meter per second square. And value of the acceleration due to gravity at the surface of the Jupiter is 25 meter per second square. So these values of the acceleration due to gravity can be asked in your examination. I want to request you to note down this from the screen, then you can study. Then the value of the acceleration due to gravity at the center of the earth is 0, because I have already said you, when depth from the surface of the earth increases, then the value of the acceleration due to gravity decreases. It means when we go deeper inside the surface of the earth, then its value goes on decreasing and decreasing. Then when we reach the center of the earth, then its value becomes 0. So the value of the acceleration due to gravity at the center of the earth is 0. And now you have to know the acceleration due to gravity of the earth is 9.8 meter per second square. What is the meaning of this fact? It means that when any object is falling freely towards the surface of the earth, then its velocity increases by 9.8 meter per second in every 1 second interval. It is the meaning. For example, suppose an object is dropped, just released from our hand, then you know in the beginning its velocity becomes 0 meter per second, because we are just releasing the object. So in the beginning its velocity is 0 meter per second, then after 1 second its velocity becomes 9.8 meter per second. That means its velocity increases by 9.8 meter per second in every 1 second interval. So that is the meaning of the acceleration due to gravity of the earth is 9.8 meter per second. Now let's discuss the acceleration due to gravity of the Jupiter is 25 meter per second square. What is the meaning of this sentence? Its meaning is also similar to the meaning of acceleration due to gravity of the earth. That means When any object is falling freely towards the surface of the Jupiter, then its velocity goes on increasing, and its velocity increases by 25 meter per second in every 1 second interval of time. For example, suppose an object is released towards the surface of the Jupiter. Then in the beginning its velocity is just 0 meter per second. Then after 1 second its velocity becomes 25 meter per second. And after 2 seconds we can say its velocity becomes 50 meter per second. After 3 seconds its velocity becomes 75 meter per second, like this. So its velocity goes on increasing in every 1 second interval by 25 meter per second. That is the meaning of the acceleration due to gravity of the Jupiter is 25 meter per second square. That means any object falling towards the surface of the Jupiter, then its velocity goes on increasing by 25 meter per second in every 1 second interval of time. If 5 kg stone and 10 kg stone are dropped from same height, then it will reach the ground with same speed and it reached the ground at same time. What is the reason behind this? Why 5 kg stone and 10 kg stones are released from same height? Then they will attain same acceleration and they reach the ground with same time. What is the reason behind this? Let's discuss. First of all, we have already seen the formula of the acceleration due to gravity G, that is G equals to gm by r square, and from there we have come to know the acceleration due to gravity depends upon mass of the planet and radius of the planet, and it also depends upon the altitude from the surface of the planet, and it also depends upon the depth from the surface of the planet. But it does not depends upon the mass of the object. That is very important. Acceleration due to gravity depends upon the mass of the planet or mass of the satellite, but it does not depend upon the mass of the object. That is the reason whether the falling object has mass 5 kg or 10 kg, it does not matter. Both objects, although they have different mass, then they will attain same acceleration, that is acceleration due to gravity. That is the reason they attain same acceleration and they reaches the ground at the same time and they hit the ground with same speed. So I have mentioned here those two stones have different masses, but the acceleration due to gravity does not depend upon the mass of the object. It just depends upon the mass of the planet and radius of the planet, and so those stones fall down with same acceleration, that is acceleration due to gravity, when they are falling freely downward. I hope you understood this fact. Now let's discuss differences between capital Z and small z. First of all, you have to know capital Z is the universal gravitational constant and small z is the acceleration due to gravity. So let's see the differences between the universal gravitational constant and acceleration due to gravity. The first difference is their definition. And definition of capital Z, that is universal gravitational constant, is the gravitational force of attraction between any two unit masses separated by unit distance away from their center is called G. And the acceleration due to gravity Z, it is defined as the acceleration produced in the freely falling object due to the effect of the force of gravity is called G. So their definition you have already learned in my previous video. The definition is difference, and the SI unit of the universal gravitational constant G is Newton meter square per kg square, but SI unit of acceleration due to gravity G is meter per second square. So their SI unit is different. And another fact, you have to know the value of the universal gravitational constant, that is capital G. Its value is constant everywhere, that is 6.67 into 10 to the power minus 11 Newton meter square per kg square. So that is the universal value of the gravitational constant capital G. Right? The value of the capital G is always constant everywhere, but the value of acceleration due to gravity, that is a small z, is variable from place to place. And the value of acceleration due to gravity is not same even in the different parts of the earth as well. Its value is 9.78 at the equator of the earth, and its value is 9.83 meter per second square at the pole of the earth. It is different. And you know, whenever altitude of the earth is different, also the value of the G is different, and value of the G is different in the earth and in the moon as well, and in the Jupiter. That means in the different heavenly bodies value of G is different, but value of universal gravitational constant G is same everywhere. That is the third difference. So these are the differences between capital G and small g, that is the universal gravitational constant and the acceleration due to gravity. Now let's see the differences between gravity and acceleration due to gravity. First of all, the definition of those gravity and acceleration due to gravity is different. And definition of gravity, you know, the force by which the earth attracts every object towards its center is called gravity. And acceleration due to gravity is defined as the acceleration produced in the freely falling object due to the effect of the force of the gravity is called acceleration due to gravity. So the definition is different. Then SI unit of the gravity is Newton because it is one kind of force, but SI unit of acceleration due to gravity is meter per second square because it is one kind of acceleration. The third difference between gravity and acceleration due to gravity is gravity is the cause of acceleration due to gravity. You know, the gravity causes acceleration due to gravity, and acceleration due to gravity is the effect of the gravity. So these are the differences between gravity and acceleration due to gravity. I want to request you see in the screen and you can note down this. Now I want to define you the mass. The quantity of matter contained in a body is called its mass. The quantity of matter contained in a body is called its mass, and SI unit of mass is kilogram. And you know on which factor mass of an object depends, and mass of an object depends upon the number of atoms present in that object. That means if number of atoms present in the object is more, then mass of the object is more, and if number of atoms present in the object is less, then mass of the object is less. So the mass depends upon the number of atoms present in that object. Now I am going to define you the weight. First of all, you have to know mass and weight are totally different, and here now I want to define you what is weight. And weight is defined as the force by which the earth attracts every object towards its center is called weight of that object. The force by which the earth attracts every object towards its center is called weight of the object. That means weight is similar to the force of gravity. And SI unit of the weight is Newton because weight is also one kind of force. That is what you have to know. And now I want to mention the formula of the weight, and weight is calculated by using the formula weight equals to mass into acceleration. That is symbolically it is W equals to mg. So it is the formula of the weight that you have to use because it is one kind of force, and it has come from the formula of the force. Force equals to mass into acceleration, and weight equals to also mass into acceleration. And here we have to take the acceleration due to gravity, so it is W equals to mg. Now from the formula you have to know on which factors weight of an object depends, and weight of the object depends upon two factors, because we know the formula of the weight equals to mass into acceleration due to gravity, W equals to mg. So weight depends upon those two factors, mass and acceleration due to gravity. And in the formula you know both physical quantities are in the numerator. So weight is directly proportional to both. It is directly proportional to the mass of the object, and it is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity. So the weight of the object depends upon two factors. One is mass of the object, and the weight of the object is directly proportional to the mass of the object, that is W proportional to M. It means when mass of the object is more, weight of the object is more, and when mass of the object is less, weight of the object is also less. So here is direct relation. And now second affecting factor is acceleration due to gravity, and weight of the object is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity, that is W proportional to small g. That means when acceleration due to gravity is more, then weight of the object is more, and when acceleration due to gravity is less, weight of the object is less. So these are the two factors which are affecting the weight of the object. Weight of the object depends upon two factors, that is mass of the object and acceleration due to gravity, and weight is directly proportional to both of them. Now let's see the differences between mass and weight. And first difference is their definition. The mass is defined as the quantity of matter contained in a body is called the mass of the object. The quantity of matter contained in a body is called mass of the object. But weight is defined as the force by which the earth attracts every object towards its center is called weight of the object. The force by which the earth attracts every object towards its center is called weight of the object. And you know, mass of the object is always constant at every part of the earth, and even it is constant at every part of the universe. Mass of the object does not changes, but weight of the object is variable from place to place, because weight of the object depends upon the acceleration due to gravity g. And you know, the value of the acceleration due to gravity g is variable from place to place, so the weight of the object is also variable from place to place. And third difference between mass and weight is their SI unit. And you know, SI unit of mass is kilogram, and SI unit of weight is Newton. And mass is measured by using beam balance, but the weight is measured by using spring balance. So these are the differences between mass and weight of the object. Now let's see some reasoning question. Weight of the object is comparatively more at the pole than at the equator of the earth. Why? I have already said you the earth is not perfectly spherical, it is not perfectly rounded. The shape of the earth is, it is flattened at the pole and bulging out at the equator. That means the earth is slightly depressed at the pole and it is slightly expanded at the equator. And it means the radius of the earth is not same at every part. The radius of the earth is comparatively more at the equator of the earth because it is expanded there, it is bulging out there, and comparatively less at the pole, because in the pole I have already said you the earth is slightly depressed. That is the reason it affects the value of the acceleration due to gravity as well, because you know, acceleration due to gravity depends upon the radius of the earth. We know the relation that g proportional 1 by r square, and that is the reason when radius is comparatively more at the equator and less at the pole, the value of the acceleration due to gravity is comparatively less at the equator and more at the pole, because of this relation that g proportional 1 by r square. We have this relation, you know, that is because of this relation g proportional 1 by r square. It means whenever radius is more, then acceleration due to gravity is less, and when radius is less, then the acceleration due to gravity is more, and radius is more at the equator of the earth. That is the reason the acceleration due to gravity is less at the equator, and the radius is comparatively more at the pole of the earth. That is the reason the acceleration due to gravity is comparatively less at the equator of the earth. And due to this, now you know, the weight of the object depends upon the acceleration due to gravity. I have already said you, and the dependence is also directly proportional. That means weight of the object is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity. So when acceleration due to gravity is more, then weight of the object is less. Then since the acceleration due to gravity is comparatively less at the equator and more at the pole, then weight of the object is also comparatively less at the equator and more at the pole, because weight is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity. So I have mentioned the answer here. The earth is not perfectly spherical. It is flattened at the pole and bulging out at the equator. It means the equatorial radius of the earth is comparatively more than the polar radius, due to which the value of the acceleration due to gravity is comparatively less at the equator than at the pole, since g proportional 1 by r square, and due to this the weight of the object is comparatively more at the pole than at the equator, since w proportional g. So this is the fact that you have to understand. Now let's discuss another reasoning question. Weight of the object is comparatively more at the Tarai region than at the mountain region. Why? And you know, the value of the acceleration due to gravity depends upon the altitude from the surface of the earth. It is clear that the altitude from the surface of the earth is comparatively less at the Tarai region than at the mountain region, and due to which the value of the acceleration due to gravity is comparatively more at the Tarai region than at the mountain region, because we know the relation g proportional 1 by r plus h square. That means when the value of the altitude is more, then acceleration due to gravity is less, and when value of the altitude is less, then acceleration due to gravity is more. Here is also inverse relation, opposite relation. Because of this relation here, g proportional 1 by r plus h square, then we know the Tarai region is at low altitude, so value of the acceleration due to gravity is more in the Tarai region than in the mountain region. And you know, when the value of the acceleration due to gravity is more in the Tarai region, then the weight of the object is also comparatively more in the Tarai region. Because we know the relation w proportional g, that means weight is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity, and since acceleration due to gravity is more in the Tarai region than in the mountain region, the weight of the object also should be more in the Tarai region than in the mountain region. So here is the effect of the double relation. So I want to read out the answer. I have mentioned here the altitude from the surface of the earth is comparatively less at the Tarai region than at the equatorial region, than at the mountain region, due to which the value of the acceleration due to gravity is more at the Tarai region than at the mountain region. The relation is since g proportional 1 by r plus h square, and due to this weight of the object is also more in the Tarai region than at the mountain region. So now let's see the another fact. Weight of the object is more in the Jupiter than in the earth. Why? And you know, the value of the acceleration due to gravity in the Jupiter is 2.5 times more than the value of the acceleration due to gravity in the earth. And when the value of the acceleration due to gravity is more in the Jupiter, then the weight of the object is also definitely more in the Jupiter, because we know the relation weight of the object is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity, and the acceleration due to gravity is more in the Jupiter. It is 2.5 times more than the acceleration due to gravity of the earth. That is the reason weight of the object is also more in the Jupiter, because of this relation. Now let's discuss another reasoning question. Weight of the object is different in different heavenly bodies. Why? You have to know weight of the object is different in different heavenly bodies. Weight of the object is not same in the earth, in the moon, in the Jupiter, or in the other planets or other heavenly bodies. So what is the reason behind this fact? First of all, mass of different heavenly body is different. That is what the fact you have to know. Mass of the earth, mass of the moon, mass of the Jupiter is not same. That is different. And when mass of the different heavenly bodies are different, then the value of the acceleration due to gravity in those heavenly body is also different. Then because of the difference in the value of the acceleration due to gravity, you know, weight of the object is also affected. Because you know the relation that acceleration due to gravity g is directly proportional to m, and weight is directly proportional to acceleration due to gravity g. So when mass of the heavenly body is different, then it affects the value of the acceleration due to gravity because of the relation g proportional to m. And when g is different, that is acceleration due to gravity is different, then it affects the weight of the object as well, because weight is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity g. So only the reason behind this is because the mass of the different heavenly body is different, and due to which the acceleration due to gravity is different in different heavenly bodies. And the reason is since g proportional to m, acceleration due to gravity is directly proportional to mass of the heavenly bodies, and due to this weight of the object is also different in different heavenly bodies. That is what you have to know. Now what happens to the weight of the object when it is placed at the inner part of the earth? And you know, when the object is placed at the inner part of the earth, then depth of the object from the surface of the earth becomes more. We are keeping inside the earth means we are keeping the object at the more depth. The depth of the object from the surface becomes more. It is the common sense. Then it affects the value of the acceleration due to gravity, because you know acceleration due to gravity is inversely proportional to the depth. That means when depth of the object increases, then acceleration due to gravity decreases. That is the reason when we keep in the inner part of the earth, then the depth of the object becomes more, then due to which the acceleration due to gravity becomes less. And when acceleration due to gravity becomes less, then weight of the object also becomes less, because weight is directly proportional to the acceleration due to gravity. That means when acceleration due to gravity is less, then weight of the object is definitely less. That is the reason the weight of the object is decreased when we keep the object in the inner part of the earth. And now you have to know the weight of the object at the center of the earth is 0, because you know at the center of the earth the value of the acceleration due to gravity is 0. And when value of the acceleration due to gravity g is 0, then weight of the object is also 0. So these are the important point of the chapter 4 of class 10 science book I have mentioned here. And now I want to end my today's video, the 6th part of the class 10 science book 4th chapter. Then I will come with more topics of the 4th chapter in my upcoming video. So before saying goodbye, I want to request all the students once again, please kindly subscribe my channel and press the bell icon such that whenever I bring the useful tutorials video to you, then you will get the notification in your YouTube. And also I want to request you to like my video and comment, and if you want the lecture on the particular topics of the particular subject and particular class, then you can mention that in the comment box such that I can bring the required tutorials to you. So I want to say goodbye, stay blessed, thank you very much.